Bless up, real Oz. Bless up, man. Bless up. Come in, everybody. Come in. I've been okay, I'm trying to make today better. Yesterday. I really got on here to talk about us coming from evolving from ourselves, of watching yourself grow. Like a lot of people come on the internet and they try to give people bless up, most hated, bless up, man, and bless up to everybody. A lot of people come on the internet and they talk about content, but I say if people want to give people content, you have to give people like stuff that people are going through every day. The things that people are going through every day, even though everybody is coming on the internet and people are making content off of different things. You have to look at like the biggest content that you can make is our lives. Every day you wake up, every day you journey with your family, your friends, strangers, co-workers, and every day is a new journey. And within our new journeys, are you getting along with yourself? Are you happy with where you came from? Are you sad of where you came from with yourself? And I put that I'm happy with myself of where I came from with myself, because I have a far way of going with my temper. But one thing that I'm learning is that I keep on fighting myself, you know? And with you trying to learn yourself and learn different things around this world, the biggest fight you may have in this world is with yourself. And that's the pathway and the doorway that I'm kind of stuck at right now, of fighting myself. Because many of times we could look at people around us. They may get you mad, they may get you happy, they may get you sad, they may be good energy, they may be negative energy, but it's how you react. Whether it's a good person or a negative person around you. And that's what I'm learning, and that's why I say if we're going to give each other content on this internet, let's give the content that people could really feel, that people could understand, because everybody know what it is to wake up. You know, everybody know what it is to have a passion. Okay, whether it's a passion for you to do good, to do bad, or to even just be there. People have a passion, and this is why I say we come a long way as people, me and all of us up here, like we come a long way because yesterday was probably very close to all of us, but who you was yesterday, you not are today, and I hope you're not that same person that you was yesterday, like evolve, grow, and I catch that within myself all the time that I have to keep on growing, and don't backslide, because to be honest with you, sometimes you do think, like some ways of not backsliding, but I'm going to be honest to you. You do get angry, you do get mad. And I looked at myself and I said, well, that's the reaction. And this is why I said, don't matter if it's a good person or a bad person around you. It's how you react to that energy or that person around you, and that's one part that we all have to learn how to deal with, of how we react to certain people. And a lot of times I used to tell myself, to be honest with everybody, it's easy to just walk away. But, I'm gonna be real, many times when I walked away, I feel that I was still angry. I was still mad. You can't walk away from what makes you feel a certain way. You have to face it. You have to face it front. Like, that's with anything in life. As they say, face your fears. Well, if you are scared to approach what gets you angry, and you thinking that you just gonna make it keep on getting you angry, one thing I learned with myself of growing up with a temper, you're only affecting yourself. Because when everybody around is happy and cheerful and playing and enjoying life, you are going to be the only angry one. And many times that hurt me in my life, when everybody was happy and I was angry. But when it hurt me, it also healed me, because one thing I don't like to do in this world is I don't like to be false. I don't like to be fake. And if it gotta hurt me to help me, that's the way that many of us choose sometimes. And it comes from the point of trial and error. But if you don't learn from trial and error, you will keep on going over the same thing. It's like a circle, and all of us have to learn from our trial and error. We have to learn from what we go through. If we don't make it better or we don't do certain things, it will never be better. It would always be the same thing. And it come to the point where I had to learn. Now they say, like, don't try to find anything in this world that you can't find within yourself. And anything that you could want to search for in this world, you can find it within yourself. Some people want to be puzzled with a lot of things that's going on in the world and how people are teaching people, and it's okay for people to fear, because we are living in some serious times right now where a lot of people are questioning life. But I will say, don't question life and don't question yourself. Be firm, stand firm, and know yourself and know what's going on. Don't ever confuse yourself, because that's the type of world that we living in right now, where they want humans to be confused. And I'm never going to be perfect living on this physical earth. When I transition and when all of us transition, yes, we may see perfection. But long as we live in here on the physical earth, we must go through trial and error. We must go through cause and effect. We must go through ups and downs. We must see things of negative and positive. So we have to really understand life, and I see Trump went in DC. I see something real evil going on with these people, and I'm going to dig more into it later on today, but I know it's a real bully. And I'm going to say this, America been tricking people, and governments around this world been tricking people, and for me to look correct, you must look wrong. For me to have things that's going in a certain way, I have to make you look like a fool. I heard Trump call the Chicago mayor incompetent. And I asked myself, I said, wow, how could somebody like Trump call somebody incompetent? You telling me that the mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, can't do his job? Trump, you're not doing your job. Just like all of the other presidents in America, it's sad and sick where we got to talk about God, Buddha, Allah, or whatever people look up to, right? But we have humans overriding a lot of stuff that people like. This is why I say I don't like to talk about religion with people, because it's so funny how people they'll let certain men and women in this world get away with things, right? And they'll see people starving, people dying, a whole bunch of things going on. But what will we say as people? Well, some people, because I'm sick of this nonsense. Because God ain't gonna make you wait. Their God will make you wait. Okay? After they've been making people suffer for years upon years. They've been doing devilish work to humans around the world on this earth. And they want to tell you to wait for God to come back? When they made God, the devil, Jesus, they made all of these fake things. But you the one who's starving the people. But you the one who will tell the people, wait for God to come back. I'm not with that. Okay, because the Most High God ain't with none of these governments. The Most High God ain't with no Jamaican government, no American government, no Canadian government, no government around this world God is with. So when they talk about God and they want peace in Russia and Ukraine, no they don't. You don't want peace when you was the one who started the wars. When they trick the people, and this is why I say it's about to get real dirty on earth. Okay? So, I hope everybody out there, pull up your sleeves. Put your boots on. Strap your belt on tight. Because it's about to get real dirty on earth. And the God you talking about waiting for, trust me, ain't coming back. Because if God was coming back, God would have saved people when it was slavery, when America and Caribbean people was getting beat up. So don't I don't play that game. Okay? I don't play that game. I don't play that game. And this is the nonsense that people are living in. But they'll tell you, when you talk like me, it's crazy. Excuse me 1 minute. You know, I ask myself a lot of times, why would these people start all these wars and then use God's name? It comes to the point where I don't care what religion you're under, all people on earth need to fight against the governments around the world. Okay? Because the governments around the world will continue to starve and lie to the people. And the only thing the people around the world will be is guinea pigs. That's it. Okay, so you thinking that this is a wonderful life, little house on the prairie? You don't understand what's going on behind the scenes. And for things like them bringing, like, it's not the National Guards that they bought in DC, but what they're going to do to Chicago and New York and other 17 other cities, because they're talking about going into 19 other cities in America now. People don't understand what America is doing. It's not about Republicans or it's not about Democrats. And this is how they keep on fooling the people. Because the people would actually think that this is about two parties. I watch Democrats and Republicans in America actually acting like they fighting each other. And the people fall for it. The people fall for it. You think they're going to actually tell you their plans of them not liking each other or liking each other? This all been set up before 1776. And they will never tell you their plans. They would always act like they hate each other. They would always act like the country is divided. But they are not divided when it comes to dividing you. They are together when it comes to dividing you. Let me say it again. They are not divided when it comes to dividing you. They always been together when it comes to dividing. Whether you want to call yourself an African American, an Irish American, an Italian American, whatever. Okay? They know how to come together very well. Because I'm not going to say like they're perfect and they love each other and they get along. No. But you know what? For them to make money and for them to do a lot of things, it's nothing for them to like each other and talk to each other and be diplomatic with each other and get things handled. It look like other people don't know how to do that. Okay? Because I ain't got to be your best friend. Or you ain't got to be my best friend. Or you ain't got to be my worst enemy for us to work things out. We don't have to be friends or family members to work things out. You ain't got to like somebody for y'all to work things out. Okay? But when the world is being taught wrong over and over again, they'll tell you different things. Oh, we got to be friends, or we got to be this and that. No. Don't you see many a times people get divorced and they have children and they still take care of the children because you know what? They're looking at the main points. It's not about me or it's not about you. It's about these kids or it's about that one child. And that's just like in America. It ain't about no Democrats or it ain't about no Republicans. At the end of the day, it's about America for them. Okay? To keep America moving. You think they care about the Democratic Party or the Republican Party? No. That's just a big show. But at the end of the day, it's to keep the red, white, and blue moving in the world on earth. They don't care about no nonsense. And this is how they will fool the American public. But this is why I say no. Because this is my America. It's my country. It's my land. Okay, it's deeper than our people fighting in whether it's the Civil War, World War One, World War II. It's deeper than melanated people fighting in their wars. Okay, and it's deeper than people being here before so-called Christopher Columbus discovered America. People been here before you so-called discovered something, and whoever really will go for that nonsense that Christopher Columbus discovered America, you need to get your head checked. You need to really get your head checked. If you think Christopher Columbus and his so-called followers discovered America, sure. They tell lies to make themselves look good. Man, I'm gonna dig deeper into this because people will say, oh, don't bring up color. Well, you know what? They've been using color and they've been using a lot of color since the beginning of their existence. You know, and they try to bully people, okay? If you are what they call Caucasian, it's okay. But if you're other color, they have a problem with you. And we're going to have to stop that. This is why I'm going to say this to all the Caucasian people in the world that say you're not racist or you don't have a problem with melanated people. Well, if you're not racist and you don't have a problem, you better start speaking up and you better start doing more because y'all need to do. God bless Rastafari. I'm out. I'll be back.